Well, we're back into my top 20, and I'm just going to show you my number 7 in my list of top 20 albums that I play fairly regularly anyway. Going back to 1987, we moved from Watford up to Runcorn with work. And I think it was in February 1987. It was bitterly cold, and we moved from a three-bedroom terraced house, which we'd spent a lot of money on in Watford, to a five-bedroom detached house, which was quite a leap up, as you can imagine. Anyway, it was a big house, and it afforded all the space that we needed then, small children, and I loved that house. Absolutely loved that house. I wished I still had that house now, but alas, we don't, and storage is the problem here anyway, as you can imagine. I decided on a fit of impulse to retake some of my, as they would be, GCSEs at that particular time. I decided to take them again, just to see that the mind was still active. And this would be, I would think it would probably be around about 1989. And I at that time I was doing English language, and I was doing English language, then I did English lit. And I can't remember which one of them it was that I did when I made this choice anyway. But I used to go to a public library in Runcorn, and they allowed you could hire pre-recorded cassettes, or you could hire CDs, whichever. And I can't remember if it was a CD that I got this on at the time that I rented. I think there was something like about 50 pence a week or something like that. Maybe less, I don't know. Whether it was a CD, whether it was a cassette, I can't remember. But I had a big round table that I used to do to write my essays, etc. on. And I'd got myself a ghetto blaster. And it was a fairly biggish thing. Can't remember the make of it now. Might have been Sanyo or something like that, but it had good sound on it and a good bass response as well. So it must have been a cassette, because it didn't have a CD in, now I come to think of it. Anyway, I'd got from the library on spec, someone said, "Oh, you want to listen to Chris Rea? You want to have a listen to Chris Rea?" Now, I'd heard one or two things of his before, and so I brought it home with some other tapes to listen to. What I'd do is I'd be doing my writing, and of course it was all freehand at that particular point, and I'd put a tape in, and I got this one, which was released in 1986, and it's Chris Rea, On the Beach. I found it a hypnotic album, this. Now, I'm sure if people think, oh, he's picked a Chris Rea album, how come he didn't pick Road to Hell? Well, yes, I do like that album. In fact, I like all of Chris's albums, and I own all of them, bar one, and box sets, and di-da, di-da, di-da. But this is the one that I had then, and this was the one that I used to play a lot. I play it over and over, and I also had a couple of tapes of Swing Out Sister. I like them. Swing Out Sister, and I think Matt Bianco, that was another that I used to play. So I used to play them sort of over and over when I was writing, and it sort of fermented the brain. That sounds bad, doesn't it? But it helped me concentrate anyway, so I really enjoyed it. Chris Rea, well, he's pretty much retired now. He's had bad health for a number of years, and pancreatitis. So I think he's sold his publishing. I think I'm right in saying that. Some of these albums have been re-released in in like a 2 CD package. I've got them in my studio bedroom. Sounds grand, doesn't it? But this was the one that came to hand, and which I play most often, really. Chris Rea on the beach, fantastic slide player. I'd say he's probably one of the world's best slide players, and I never tire of hearing Chris Rea, and that voice and the stories when he's interviewed are absolutely great anyway. And I suppose I shall be playing this again this afternoon. Okay, well, that's my choice, my latest one. So if you've any thoughts on Chris Rea, maybe you particularly like this album, let me know. I'd be glad to read them anyway. And I shall see you soon. Hope you've enjoyed this. Bye for now.